There's just one place to celebrate a happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive away in a new Integra. Only $299 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
It's showtime, everybody!
Start your engines, hear the crowd. Talking racing now, we're revving loud. Yeah. From Daytona nights to Talladega days, we're chasing rumors, hearing what they say. Pit crews hustle, tires burning fast. News and whispers, nothing's gonna pass. Talking racing now, we're hitting the track. NASCAR stories, no looking back. Engines roar and the fans all cheer. Every lap we're bringing the latest here. From rookie rides to legends known, victory lanes and dynasties grown. We'll spin the tails where speed's alive. Every week the racing vibes survive. Talking racing now, the best show around.
We are live. It is Monday. It is 7p. The place to be. It is Talking Racing Now, right here on the Stanley Media House Network. I am Sean Stanley. He is the great Spencer O'Neill, or you may have talked to him in the chat as No Doubt. How are we doing today, Spencer?
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It was a lot of went to Epic over the weekend. Drove back late last night. Actually watched the race as I was driving. It was very interesting. It was one of those races where nothing happened until it happened. There was small little things in between, let's see, let me guess. Blaney going out in stage one because of the tire. And then there were some hiccups in and out of the pits for a couple teams, including my guy, who I thought blew it at that point. I almost texted out, well, there's probably the chance of him going to the championship 4 right there. And lo and behold, the great man comes through. Steven Gonzalez in the chat. What's up, my man? Yes, Braun Breaker is the man, and my papa's in as well. I don't know if we're streaming on Rumble. I hit the button. It says we are streaming, but the stream doesn't show on Rumble, so I'm not sure what's going on. We might be on there. We might not. But Spencer, for you overall, what did you think of the overall totality of the race that was Vegas.
So I thought the race looked good, but I thought the race was pretty boring, to be honest with you, up
Yeah,
until the very end when I got a little excited. Um, I don't know. It was a lot of follow the leader, a couple of lap change
yeah,
or lead changes between two or three people, long runs with green flag stops where the only time we really saw lead changes was during green flag stops because
yeah,
people had a second here or there where they essentially lost their spot. So besides that, once we got to the end, it was good. We had a little bit of drama, as you mentioned, with getting thrown into the wall when a tire went out just in the middle of a run. Didn't really see a reason why or don't know what happened, but he just lost control and went into the wall and he hit it hard, and that was the end of his day. And then we got the drama at the end with William Byron hitting Ty Dillon when he was going down into the pit as
yeah,
Dillon was pitting off of a normal cycle, and there was some drama about Ty Dillon not putting his hand out the window and signaling he was going pit. Also, he said he was depending on a spotter to let the other spotters know that he was going to pit. So they would inform the other teams, which I guess didn't happen or wasn't communicated. And we got a massive hit where he just plowed into the back of him, and it was violent. Um, and you could see the disappointment on William Byron's face at that point. I mean, after the race, the race was not almost over, and you just see it in his face. And then all of a sudden, you've got Ryan Blaney and William Byron down below the cut line, like 30 points off, and we've got some drama. And we've got two races to go, and two races that nobody is really safe. We've got one really good wild card in Talladega, and it's interesting. We only know one person's going for sure, and that's Denny.
yeah. And man, those it almost reminded me of Homestead, Phoenix, where it's just kind of follow the leader. You got your chances to where if your car's really good, you saw with the 24 and the 5, there's a little battle up front, but nothing crazy. The restarts were definitely where it was at for everybody. And then really the complexion of the race changes when Byron's car kind of kicks out a little bit. He loses it a little bit. Then Larson passes him. I think it was about 15 laps. I think what's what Byron said. He thought everybody's basically the sequences of everybody pitting was done. So then he went back down to the bottom and was kind of just biding his time and had better handling down there. And then lo and behold, John Hunter Nemechek apparently thought his spotter relayed he was getting off, and boom. And the interesting thing was that kind of, then they restart. And then in the restart, there were some cars took 2 tires, some cars took 4. And then there's another wreck in the middle of the pack there. And that allowed Hamlin to get that one spot in front of Bell at the timing loop. And that kind of put Hamlin in that position to where he was able to, kind of get to the outside and go. And man, it's so interesting to me to just, 2, 4 tires. It was Larson. It was, and you hear Larson say, I just didn't think Denny would go that route. He's never done that.
To go up high, yeah.
Yeah, and it just tells you that, hey, calm
Broke the
down.
chair.
Calm down. You're trying to be like your boy there, the number 2. Blaney, you're trying to be like Blaney and number 2 there.
Yeah, exactly. I popped a tire and I went into the wall.
Yeah, you did. You almost did. But then the fact that, again, I think it shows everybody that Denny Hamlin is serious this year. Like, I'm going to do what I got to do to get to the championship race. And he did it. And again, if it doesn't work, I mean, then he's got Talladega and whatever. But it's like, I'm punching my ticket, man. And again, Hamlin cost himself in the pits. They had a slow pit. And that was right before the wreck with Byron, which allowed them to kind of get caught back up.
Right.
Because that race was over. If that Byron incident doesn't happen, I feel like the next 20 laps are just following each other, just there's no restart that leads to another wreck that doesn't happen, man. It was almost like, oh man, somebody watching over Hamlin there, like, hey, we got to give this guy a break here. Bam. And the fans are cheering him. He said he wanted to do it for his dad. Like, I don't know what happened with the fans and everything. They're cheering for him. Denny Hamlin's emotional, which again, I know the family issues and I think his father's, sick or doing some things there, so, it's an emotional time, man. And the fact that he got there and then, again, he's racing a teammate. We know what happened the last time there was a teammate racing there, but this one, Chase Briscoe was like, hey, I'm only on 2 tires. I'm not forcing the issue. I got a good day and I'm going for that win there. But man, I mean, you just look at it, and like you said, I mean, the wrecks just really hampered, especially now the 12 and Byron. I mean, like,
yeah,
you're going to Talladega. That's not a race you can circle and be like, hey, that's a win, because you never know what's going to happen there. You can get in somebody else sloppiness, and your race is over. And then
I mean, we had William Byron win the Daytona 500 this year on a wild card from 8th to 1st on a crash coming out of 4.
Yeah, you never know, man. And then you go, I think it's Martinsville's the last race right before Phoenix, and
it is.
To me, I thought Hamlin, I know he loves Martinsville. It feels like he wins there a lot. I mean, I don't think he won there last year, but it feels like, every time they go to Martinsville, New Hampshire, those courses like that, to me, it feels like Hamlin should like kind of be like, okay, I've got this, not that I've got this one, but that's got to be a track circled to where we can win there, and the fact that, the Gibbs cards had good speed early, they kind of fell off late for most of the race. And then you got to 20 laps. 20 laps at the end, and then even less than that after that one wreck. I mean, again, I know the Byron wreck.
That final run was what, 14 laps? 15
Yeah,
laps?
because the Byron wreck took forever to clean up. It was like lap 25, and then they restarted on like 16, I think. And then they had that wreck there, and then they restarted on like 14 or 13 for the final. And then he ran them down. It was him and Larson battled for a couple laps, which, again, the fact that one of them was able to break away from the other, hurt Briscoe. If they would have stayed racing, Briscoe, it might have worked for Briscoe. And Logano.
Did Larson have 2 tires also, or did he have 4 tires?
Who was that?
I forgot. Did Larson have 4 tires also? Or
yeah,
did he have
Larson was the first car 4 tires when they came back out. Hamlin was, I think, the second or third, but Hamlin went high, and the other car got bogged down in the low, so Hamlin was able to sprint out to the outside. But Logano took 2. He was not figured in any of this race the whole day. They take the 2 tires and they come home with 6. I mean,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You took something that was nothing and you made it something, and that's what Logano does. Like it's that thing again, man, where like Hamlin was like, oh man, if I would have known, but again, it didn't matter because Logano ended up winning by like 5 points. That would only gave him 1.
Right.
Because, so it is what it is at that point. But it's funny when you think about it, where people are like, man, I would have not driven the way I drove if I knew it would have got Logano out of there. Because when it comes to somehow in the playoffs and the championships, Logano and the 22 seem to find a way to just sneak in, and then boop. What the hell happened? How the hell did he win it?
Just got to get to Phoenix.
That's it, man. That's it. And Homestead next year. Yes.
That's right.
For you, I know the race to me, like they even, because Bianchi puts out the thing. I think it's Bianchi, or one of them puts out, or Gluck. One of them puts out did you like this race? I did not. I like the fact that Hamlin won the race.
Right.
I didn't think this race was a good race, just like I didn't think the final race of the last race. I didn't think it was. It had moments where it was a great race. Hell, I can't even remember where the hell the race was at now.
I was about to say, I can't even remember where we were last week.
Yeah, it was like one of those races where nothing really happened until stuff happened. Kind of like what this race is. It's like, actually, no. The ending of that race was the thing that made because of the whole Logano and Ross Chastain
Yeah,
the
there
way
was
Ross,
drama. There
that
was
was the
drama
only
at
thing
the
in that
end.
whole race. It was like,
Yeah,
that little storyline there, but other than that, that race was nothing. And same with this one, man.
it was the
I
Roval.
feel like this track's going to get thrown in with Homestead and Phoenix and Vegas are going to be your three
Safe
tracks that get the championship races at the end of the year.
We've had championship races at Vegas before, right?
Maybe beforehand. I've always
Yeah.
known Homestead pretty much for me, Homestead and that. But I guarantee you they did at some point. They had to have, because again, it is a pretty safe track, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't expect somebody to get hit going on pit road. So,
No, that kind of stuff
other than that,
happens
you
everywhere.
had the one wreck, which was Blaney with the issue, and then the restart. And that was it. And that restart was just somebody got going faster than somebody in front of them, and they were all combined, and he swirled up and then it was one of the things that happen when you race, man. So, but overall, to me, that was a very safe race, and I could see that being put in the mix so you can alternate 3 tracks. So every 3 years or every 3 years you'll basically get, because I was thinking about, I'm like, what other tracks would they do?
I don't know what the weather's like at that point in time and year, but I'd like to see it at St. Louis. I'd like that track.
Oof, you're talking about the middle of November.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know that they could do it that late.
Yeah, that'd be. Do you think would they ever be able to do and this is gonna sound stupid. I feel stupid for even saying this, but could they ever do a dome type race?
I'm gonna say no. So the
And,
only reason I say
and
that
maybe
is
maybe it's not necessarily dome, but like Hard Rock Stadium. If you think of
Okay,
that
so a stadium,
configuration, so the center of the track would be open to not the center of the track. I'm sorry, the center of the raceway would be open to the weather, but the inside would have pretty much blocked from rain or something like that.
So it would look odd and it wouldn't be very enjoyable because it probably wouldn't be big enough. I mean, realistically, the best chance you have is to try to put some sort of dome covering over Bristol. Like, that's probably the closest thing you've got.
Yeah, it would have to be a small track, and then they're not going to have
It's not
a
going to be
small
very good.
track be the final race, because then you had banging and no telling what the hell.
Think about when they raced at the Coliseum. I mean, they had to limit the size of the field.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I would like to have more. I would love it just to be Homestead all the time. I think that's what it should be. But that's that's just my bias. Since the track's about 3 blocks away from me.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. It's a lot farther than 3 blocks. It's about a 40, 45 minute ride for me.
It's a track.
Give or take.
I mean, it's definitely the closest.
Oh no, definitely the closest, man. Definitely the closest. And then I didn't even realize they had a go-kart track out there too until the last time I went. I don't know why I never had realized that it was out there, but I went the wrong way. I went down one wrong road, and I see go-karts coming at me. I'm like, am I in the right area? And lo and behold, there we go. All right, man. Anything else on this race in Vegas?
Just, I'm not a Denny fan, but you like to see people have good moments, and it was cool to see him win. It was cool to see him get 60. I know he doesn't have the championship. Maybe he'll get it this year. I don't know. It's nice to see people work hard and achieve things. So while, it's not my driver.
Your driver doesn't really get a lot of.
I want to see somebody achieve something. So I'm not rooting for Denny Hamlin, but I wouldn't be upset if it won.
You need to start rooting for Denny Hamlin. Hey, listen. 1 + 1 = what?
2.
There you go. If your guy's not in it, you got to go for the other guy that'd be 2.
But there's a 2 and a 12 and a 22. There's 2 2s and a 22.
Listen, first off, 2 2s = 4. All right? Not 2. All right? 2 minus 2 = 0. 2 minus 2 = 0, which is Joey Logano. So it should be at the end of his name, a 0, a big 0. Man. All right. What are you expecting from Talladega, man? Second race. Somebody could punch their ticket in. Somebody could win. I mean, this is one of those races where it's like.
I'm expecting a massive crash way too early. that takes out either probably Logano, because Blaney went out last race, and maybe half the field that has nothing to do with the playoffs because they'll all be up front. And
Yeah, but usually if that happens in Talladega or Daytona, you're taking out a lot of Fords.
right.
If one wrecks, it's usually because they're all there. Usually, I mean, it does happen sometimes where but before maybe they link all up and everything. But it's gonna be very interesting to me because again, there's only 2 races left. So do you try to hang in the back and then wait till the end to try to get the best points possible, and then hope that you win at Martinsville?
If you're Logano, you have to win. If you're Ryan Blaney, you have to win. You're not going for points. Points aren't going to help you.
They're that far down now already?
I'm gonna pull it up, but I thought they were both like 30 points out. So Joey Logano is 24 points below the cut line of Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Blaney is 31 points behind the cut line of Chase Briscoe.
Man,
They're
yeah,
7th and 8th.
Blaney's going to have to be unless Briscoe's in the wreck, because Briscoe, one of those guys get in the wreck, then it flips.
Yeah, one of those guys gets in the wreck, but then you still got to get in front of Chase Elliott and William Byron, and you're only 1 point behind Chase Elliott if you're Joey, and you're 9 behind William Byron. So I guess if you won a stage and he's 11th, that's 10 points right there. So maybe points will help you, but I think you got to go for broke. I mean, this is Talladega,
this is also
right?
not the
this
track.
Is a super speedway.
This isn't the track where you can hang out in the back and then at the end of the stage come up. You would need to stay in the back even for the stage, because if you try to come up going for the win of the stage and there's a wreck, you take out everything you're trying to do by trying to win at the end. So it's either you go in wanting points and you stay up toward the front and hope that you don't get caught up, or you go in saying, okay, we're going to go for a win. So the first 2, we're going to lay back and we're not going to pick up any points, and we're going to hope for a win. I mean, that's
unless you let the field go and you just lose the draft, which that point you start losing laps once they get going. I mean, unless you do that, you can't lay in the back. Like, you're going to get hit back there too. There's no safe place.
Yeah, I guess you just be aggressive and hope for the best. I mean, you're right.
Go for broke.
You're right. There's no safe place, and then also
everything.
If you do that and you, like you say, you do lose the draft, you're going to be worse off anyways, because then you're going to start getting laps down, and then you might not be there to come back.
Once you get a lap down, unless you get a lucky dog, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. You're never making a lap back. That's not going to happen. It's Talladega.
Yeah, man. Oh, that's crazy how they put this. They really made this one really a 2 race, and then you've got to figure out.
Race.
Huh?
This is a super speedway. This is a Ford race. Like, I'm not saying Fords always win, but this is a place where they do well. We got Josh.
Oh, it is, but I mean, if you're in the championships, though,
playoffs.
Yeah, if you're in the championships, though, it's like, oh, dude, this is a big decision to make. As far as Denny Hamlin's safe, he can go for broke,
right?
But everybody else, you're like, every lap, you're just like, okay, here we go. And you're just hoping you don't get that tap from behind, or, man. This is why we do what we do.
I expect Martinsville to be a lot better than it was earlier in the year. I expect it to be kind of gritty.
Oh, I think it's going to be very gritty, especially
I love super speedway, so I'm looking forward to this track too. But I am looking forward to Martinsville.
But I think it makes Martinsville that much more important for all these championship contenders, because they're going to have to win at that point.
No, they're going to be pushing.
Somebody's going to be in a situation where it doesn't matter.
The niceties are going to be gone. It's going to be great.
Yeah, because after this race, depending on how everything unfolds, somebody's going to be in the situation where it's win or go home, and it's probably going to be one of the cars, like you say, your Blaney, Logano, even Chase Elliott. It's going to be somebody like that that's like, I got to win to get in, and it's going to be interesting to see how.
Or Chase Briscoe crashes this week, and now all of a sudden he's in 7th. I mean, it's Talladega. Somebody's going to get hit, so I don't know who that's going to be. That's the wild card factor, right?
Yeah, somebody in the top 8. I would say 3 or 4 cars in the. Yeah, 3 or 4 cars in the top 8 are going to go down, and the only one that's safe is Denny.
Yes,
that's it. That's it. That is it. You got anything else to add?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, I just, I don't know. I'm having a trial this week.
Good. No,
So
no.
no. It's not about running. I'm just talking about it. So like, had a trial this week. Did the opening statements. Picked a jury today. It's a weird case. Kind of an interesting one. I'm not gonna talk about the facts of it here,
Yeah.
but it's it's just weird. So kind of been working on that. The Dolphins have been letting us down. The Seminoles have let me down. The worst thing about the Seminoles let me down is they tricked me. 2-10
You thought
last
they were
year.
good. You thought they were good.
I thought
it was
they
one of
were at
those
least,
things where they got Alabama at the perfect time because Alabama wasn't what they are now. It's just like when the Canes got the Gators last year or the year before, and then all of a sudden they beat them, and then they went on that roll to where it was like, "Oh, good thing we got them at the beginning of the season."
Yeah.
I feel like Ty Simpson's finding his groove. He's still. It's one of those things where he's. It's a good game or it's a bad game for him, and you never know what it's going to be.
I have Alabama fatigue. I don't watch Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I try
watched
not
it
to.
when we played them, but I don't watch Alabama. I don't care.
They're nothing to you.
Yeah, and then I've had my eye on this Luke Altmaier kid out of Illinois, and he didn't play with us very well this week against Ohio State. So starting to second guess that idea that I had.
Yeah, but
I got to try to find some time, and it's now time to start watching college football to watch quarterbacks. So like I gotta start watching some South Carolina. I want to see about this Lenore Sellers kid.
I like the Indiana kid. I like
Fernando,
the Illinois
Martin
kid.
Mendoza.
Yeah, but
He
the
played
Illinois
at Cal
kid
last year.
The Illinois kid really. And again, I don't know what year he is either. So, is he a senior or
he's a redshirt senior? Yeah, he's done. This is his 5th year.
Okay,
He's out.
so yeah, but it's just he feels like he still has maturity issues. Like when things go bad, it doesn't feel like he's there to be able to. He's not the guy that's going to pick you up and get you across the line. Kind of like the guy we have now.
The Indiana kid, though, Fernando Mendoza, he played at Cal last year. So I remember watching that game and being impressed with him because he had nothing around him.
And he's a South Florida kid.
I mean, they were one of the 2 wins Florida State had. So it's not like Cal was good, but he was good. And clearly they put him on a better team with a running game and a line. And wow, that kid I just went and beat Oregon, hey, that's saying something. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can bring the Miami kid back to Miami with the number 1 pick because we're heading.
That'd be nice. Be nice.
The Jets are going to start winning games, man. They have to.
I don't know, man.
They can do it. I believe in the Jets.
They are so bad. I mean,
I believe the Jets can beat us in the final game of the year. And I believe
this is the thing, man. Like
that they can win 4 games and we're going to win 3, and we'll lose. We'll be tied on the head-to-head. We'll be down 1 game, and we'll get that number 1 spot.
I feel like Aaron Glenn knows he doesn't have the players he needs, and he's coaching that way.
It's okay.
It's not because we're losing. I mean, like yesterday,
who the Dolphins?
No, the Jets. I mean, but no, I mean, I mean, it's a battle for the basement. But
it is a
like
battle
yesterday, he could have called a timeout.
We can win this battle.
Wilson went up to him, and if you watch it on NFL Network, Wilson goes up to him, and it's kind of like, "What are we doing?" And he's like, "What do you want me to do?" The coach is like, "What do you want me to do? The offense is inept. We can't do anything." like what? What do you want me to do? It was just funny when you watch it because it's like it's true. It's one of those things to where it's like I guess you just don't have.
Maybe the Jets will trade us their number 1 pick next year, which I know Tua would never get a number 1 or first round pick, but maybe they'll trade us their first round pick if we swap them our second. We can send them Tua. And then that gives them a quarterback.
I don't necessarily think, Tua's the whole problem, but I also don't think we will get enough of the people around him that we would need to make a difference either. So
no, what I'm saying is let's send Tua to the Jets.
Yeah, no, I don't. Why? Then he'll come to Miami and beat us.
Good for him. We're going to the bottom. If you're gonna do it, then you got to do it big. Then I know it's
that's the only reason they're keeping Mike McDaniel. The only reason they're keeping Mike McDaniel is for that reason because, bro, like we cannot make adjustments to save our ass, man, at all, bro, at all. I mean, teams make adjustments on us, and we can't freaking do anything. And now here I'm watching Josh Allen get the Falcons just went down the field and scored a touchdown, and now here's Josh Allen coming back. It's like,
it must be nice to get down in a game and feel confident that it doesn't matter.
Oh, dude. Dude, we got up 17-0 last game, and I was like, this is going too well. Something's about to drop out of this thing. Something is going to happen. And sure enough. But, all right, man, let them know where they can get a hold of you.
All right, so you can find me on X at NoDoubt87. You can find me here talking racing now. You can find me, I don't know, I'm on Facebook. I'm Spencer O'Neill. There's another guy named Spencer O'Neill on Facebook. He's black and he's a preacher and like in Georgia. He's pretty popular. So, you can follow that guy too if you want. I hear he's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. That's where you can find me. I'm around.
There it is. Make sure you follow him on the Facebook. I'm at Stanley Media _11, and I'm at Stanley Media House everywhere else. And apparently, Botanical Consulting. Thank you, sir. We get cheap viewers on streamboo.com. All right.
Yeah,
remove the space, though. Remove the space. Remember that, people. You got to remove that space. If you don't,
just leave a like. Botanical Consult DNG81.
Don't forget the likes if you're watching this today, tomorrow, any other time throughout the week.
Subscribe to Stanley Media House.
Yeah, man. Every Monday we're here. We got a little bit more. And after the season, I would like to continue doing something, looking maybe ahead at a couple racers each week or something. We'll figure it out. We'll get some stuff, but I want to keep it rolling throughout and then back into maybe December. We'll take the month off to celebrate and then come back in on January leading into the duels, it's not the All-Star race. What is the first race? What do they call it?
Clash?
The Clash. Yes, you're right. The Clash. That's what it is. Talking the Clash, the duels, and then Daytona. And I'm hoping to be boots on the ground in Daytona. I'm not lying to you.
You gotta come up here. You gotta come see me.
I plan on it, man. Everybody came here this weekend, and I left. And I felt so bad. I was seeing the pictures, and I was like, man, Frankie, Adrian, Sammy, and, of course, all the other great Dolphin fans were having a great time, man. Great time. But not me. I was having a great time. I'm sorry. I wasn't down here having a good time. I was up there having a good time because they went to Epic, and as long as the kids are happy, the parents are happy. So that was done. Again, Stanley Media House everywhere else. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. We got the Squared Circle Digest starting back on Wednesday. I was out all last week trying to get my car taken care of. It is finally done. And now I'm back on, and we will talk the whole debacle that is the Vision this weekend. If you want to hear some talk, Steven Gonzalez mentioned a little bit the Braun Breaker and everything else that happened. If you missed Raw on Netflix at 8 a.m. this morning, go check it out. It's already done. It's there waiting for you. No commercials. And I am Sean Stanley for the great Spencer O'Neill. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget, every Monday, 7 p.m., it is Talking Racing Now. Till next week, we'll talk Talladega. It's Dega, baby. We're doing that next week right here on Talking Racing Now.
Talking racing now, the best show around.